Leicester will feel they have to take advantage of this now.
Short and low to Henderson, it's loose. Dombrand has it. Here's Cunningham. This is where Harlequins are so dangerous. Another shot of the ball and he's gone. And he's released Murley. One man to beat round the outside of Stewards. Cadan Murley for Harlequins. They've gone 90 metres. One swift strike.
Length of the field all comes from that line-out ball. Poor security from Leicester in their transfer. And as the ball spills out, Cunningham reacts the quickest, having given away the penalty. Boy, does he make up for it. There's the transfer, gets a nudge in the back. Cam Henderson loses the ball.
Jabulu finds Levis, who no sooner than he handed the captain's armband on to Alex Dombrand over the summer is called upon to lead again. And now here is Cleves giving us a little glimpse of what he's going to be all about. The offload is utterly divine. And there's the try. There aren't many items left on Lee Halfpenny's rugby bingo cards. And now we can scratch Premiership try scorer off it too.
When he can put his arm around his teammate as well, which says a lot about what Steve Diamond wants. But Alan Dickens, he was at Northampton when I was there. Brilliant coach, good understanding, and Lee Dixon. Well, you know, when you're adding that much international quality to try and help the Nines, combining that with his role at one of the schools in the north, it's going to be a really interesting time to see how the players react to those coaches.
And how Falcons react to conceding 21 unanswered points in that first half. Ball is with Cassius Cleves, who swivels and swerves and finds Beard, who dummies and assists, and Porter is over.
All good.
League's great entertainers strutting their stuff. What a blistering start to the second half. We can consider the rust is bust. Harlequins gleaming once more.
Right, it's a good line from Will Porter, just tracking up the middle of the park.
Scored by that man, and Jack Walker will get them going again.
In or out?
Second fastest try of the season. It's a slow, studied walk to the line out. A lot of movement from Cunningham, who is the target. And again, Walker tucking himself in amongst those white shirts and green shorts, and he still has it.
He's come through the seam once.
That's the work of a Yogan who came through the seam. You heard Matthew Carley tell us so, and Yanu gives it away. Over the top from Evans to Smith. Oh, sparkling feet. A flash of footwear, and Marcus Smith was through.
So I think Quins deserved that. I don't think he was through the seam. I thought you could say, yeah, go for that ball, go for the breakdown, and it just stops that continuity that Saints are looking for.
It's a lovely throw from Walker, rifled towards the tail of the line-out and opening up this space that he can try to exploit again. So many options for Harlequins, so many white shirts, hooked over the top, taken by Smith, he has two. '26th minute, we've had 5 tries. It's the game that we promised it would be.
Might just be looking about that the pass goes forward. It sounds like that's what the crowd on that far side were booing about.
Goodness me, we have seen some top quality poaching tonight. It's been a poachers festival, Sam.
I've absolutely loved it, Nick. And Pollock, since he's come on, I've just been watching him quietly. He's been everywhere. He's only 19, he's 20 in January. Exceptional young talent. He's had a big impact on this game in just the 5-10 minutes he's been on loan. Another great prospect.
David. Evans. He's got Bradley outside on. Bradley gathers. Does really well to get it back infield. Try scored by Porter. London lights still burning. Harlequins' hope still there.
It was high risk from Bryn Bradley. Just felt 2 minutes ago when they were just going off 9, it was a little bit lacklustre. It was a bit obvious.
As they head towards that 22. Herbst taking man and ball. Itoji's wound up with possession here as a consequence. Straight out of one breadbasket and into another.
Lost now. That's advantage over Series.
Because attack hasn't been all that fluid between both sides, we have seen a lot of kicking just to try and disrupt it. That one's gone a little bit longer.
Is Murley. Just for a minute, thought that a space had opened up. Smith might find it. Keeps it alive. Porter's running a beautiful line. He's got options here. And Youngwoo on the outside. Pins his ears back and scores for Quins.
All good.
That's what they can do when they're in the mood and there's a tiny chink of light. They tend to make the most of it. Marcus Smith, the catalyst, and Youngwoo, the try scorer.
Well, this is typical Harlequins.
Ball's there, let's go.
Well, the decision
Seven's receiver.
means that Quins now have territory inside the opposition 22 for the first time in the game. And they're using a bustling Northmore up the middle. Smith. Oh, the delay. And once again, the telepathy. Smith and Dombran. It's a dream pairing. And Harlequins off to a flyer.
The setup of this is absolutely first class. You wondered how he was going to come back and announce himself that he's fit. Well, that is a great way to start off your comeback, isn't it? Just the timing of it. Look where he comes from, all the way from behind. Just a little short play. Lawrence steps in, overreads the outside.
Of Rodrigo Iskro, who is very, very exciting. See him in any kind of space. We will see some fireworks. Canningham rumbles on. Platform set deep in the 22, playing with an advantage here, Harlequins as well. Smith, oof, change of plan. Oh, Iskro's got it. And that's a score on debut for the Argentine, who will be welcomed with open arms in these parts.
Well, it began in part, lovely wraparound play on the far side, but Rodrigo Iskro ran over the Glanville like a bus. Clearly a lot of power there. And as soon as Marcus Smith kicked that, you groaned, internally I groaned, because it was clearly the wrong option until we were proved.
Evans and Youngwoo to Chisholm in the midfield. Beard. Oh, lovely ball for Cadan Murley, and here's Iskro pinning his ears back, going straight for the line and straight through the defence. And Iskro has 3 in 2 games. He has marked everybody's card early on arrival at Harlequins, and Exeter simply with no answer to that.
Such an exciting talent, and we know all about Exeter's.
And the dropout. Claimed by Murley out of that sunlight, which is directly into the eyes of the Quins in this first half. Once again, space for Evans. He won't need any support this time. They are finding holes in all kinds of places at the moment, and Will Evans dots down for Quins' 3rd already.
It is a carbon copy of his first break. Exactly the same. And yes, you might get bust down the middle once.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Chisholm from the base, and he'll happily clatter his way into Hayden Wood, who makes a good tackle. Porter, though, fires it away to Canningham. Evans and Murley popping up in all sorts of areas you might not expect him. Porter stealing another couple of metres and playing with an advantage now. Chiefs penalised for not rolling away from the tackle player. That wouldn't quite sit for Chisholm as that come off his shin. He pops it up to Evans, and Evans bustles onwards for a try potentially.
I think it might have come off his knee. If he doesn't get a hand to it, this is going to be a try.
I've got the grounding here, but I've lost the ball completely over here. Tom, quick check, please. On field decision try, we've got the grounding. I'm not sure on the pass over here. Crouch!
Quinn's controlling things for now. 2 minutes and in possession. What's come out? That came out. Tricky for Chisholm. Had the wherewithal to release it and then pick it up again. And the space opening up here for Kerr. He's got Murley for company. Drops it forwards and Murley will score! What a finish from Quins! Danny Kerr with the little kick through and the telepathy with the skipper. Bang on.
It's brilliant from Danny Kerr because he knows he's not got the pace, but he also knows that the pass inside to Murley's not on. And because he's not quick enough, Murley can't go to the jet shoes quite quickly enough, so he drops it onto his toe, running at full tilt. Perfect weight on the kick.
Just changing the point of attack as often as they can here, Quins. Kenningham just on that 22. Jared Evans. Northmore to Green. Snared low by Marmion. Here's Marler. And chopped down by Grondona. A little taste of his own medicine there for Joe Marler. Something, of course, for which he's especially known, that really low chop tackling. Into the game comes Cadan Murley. Breathless start here from both sides. And they're away. And they're clear. And Dombrandt's in. And Harlequins starting as they mean to go on. Lovely bit of work down that right flank, and Alex Dombrandt, the captain for Quins. 3.5 minutes on the clock.
Well, Bristol paying slightly for their want to attack from everywhere. They get caught inside their 22, don't clear their lines effectively, but Harlequins' attack's been really good. The stand and deliver to create the room, the spin and the tackle to get those extra metres, and then they've got the numbers down that far side. You mentioned breathless start. The fatigue was starting to...
They've already run 187 metres. I mean, there's a lot of carries there as well. 35 early on in the match, that's a lot.
Well, it's important to point out that the Bristol have made the metres.
Yeah.
Harlequins have also had to do those metres to keep up with them. Here's O'Gray on a short line. Van Rensburg, Marmion, Ravovo, big tackle coming in from Northmore. Marmion again, hops into position, intercept. Murley's away. Rich Lane in hot pursuit. Ibitoye gaining, and he breaks away. Murley has it. And a splash worthy of Chris Ashton.
Brilliant read. If we see it wide enough, he spots this unravelling in front of him from miles away, and he starts to go. Knows exactly where this ball's going to end up, and he times his run to perfection. Just saw it so early, didn't he? There was a slight hesitation from Marmion.
Good leg drive from Mata. Van Rensburg, Ravovo, Iskro with the tackle for Quins, and the ball stripped. Northmore's away, tearing down that right flank. Northmore is clear. That's high class. Opportunistic, absolutely, but very, very high class.
Been really impressed with Northmore, some of his little touches, some of his tackles today. But the steal, and then not just to steal it and give up there, but to realise there's no one at home in front of him. Does so well to get in there, get his hands on the ball, drag it back, and then because Bristol expecting to win it, there's no one in and around the breakdown. They've all got that width ready to play again.
Can they break free here? Harlequins. Kenningham from a standing start. Back into the middle of the field and powering beyond the halfway, brought down by Chawatama. Harding with the latest tackle, rolls quickly. Evans to David. Dombrandt for Canningham. Some weary bodies out there. Baxter. Care to Beard. And Jabulu did so well. Northmore, intervention from Revivo. It's hacked forwards by Tyrone Green, and Green has it. And Green touches down.
Great refereeing. Brilliant refereeing. He's not sure whether this is a knock-on, so he doesn't blow the whistle.
I'm not sure if it comes back off the Bristol hand, in which case it's okay. Stuart.
I think he's got this right.
I've got no idea if it's a knock-on or not, so can we just see if it's a knock-on? If it's not, it's a try.
Green. Beard sending it wide. Murley slips through one. Murley taking his chances in the 22. Stewart is there.
Use it. Right, let him get down. Queen's not going to compete.
And Portfleet calling for an extra man. In comes Rafael, give him just that little bit of protection. Canningham looking interested.
Touch, ball touched.
And the ball finding Smith. The dummy, and he's gone. That's the magic, and there's the score. Jack Walker's in, and Marcus Smith lights up Twickenham all over again.
Well, we mentioned before the game, Marcus Smith loves this place. It brings the best out in him, and it's a half charged down kick, gets a bit of a deflection. Van Portfleet has been charged down a couple of times.
It could be dangerous area for Leicester Tigers to give away.
Gone straight to the front, and Launchbury. Smith now, into the midfield they come, Northmore. Smith, Cunningham South, big impact off the bench, tearing into the 22. Care, flashes it away. Northmore, bumped down by Montosha. Nice pick up from Eastgrove. Dombrandt was that forwards. Murley's away. Murley's in. And Harlequins are celebrating. And Matthew Carney is awarding it. Questions remain over that final pass. Murley thinks he's got his second and Harlequins' bonus point try.
Well, Freddie Stewart's made a number of big shots, closing the gate on the outside before that final pass can be made. But Dombrandt, one of the very best in the business, starts with this inside line.
Time for Quins to try to discover a ruthless edge. It's been a problem this season, converting pressure into points. Red zone stats not good to this point. Murley trying to change that. In excellent form at the moment, the Quins winger, the Quins captain this evening. Lamb moving inside that 22, is Walker, head down.
Here comes a blind side, they're going to go back against the grain eventually.
Well, might not need to. Chisholm showed the ball under the posts. Thanks for coming. James Chisholm taking matters entirely into his own hands and opening Quinn's account within the first 10 minutes.
Well, this is all about the carrying of the Harlequins forwards, and they're aware of the jackal threat, so they don't want to get chopped tackled. So if you watch now the forward carries,
awful lot of movement, and in the end it's Launchbury's ball. Hawkins struggling to hold this drive. It's a major worry for Newcastle. It's just about the only weapon that's working for Quins, but it's dragged them to within 4 metres or so of the try line. Northmore holds it back for Jared Evans. What a ball that is, and Smith canters home. There must have been 4 defenders around Jared Evans to pick out that pass and landing on a sixpence. An absolute peach.
Oh, it's world class, both from the passer and the read from Marcus Smith to get into the right space. He just leaves it out there for him, tempts him. Probably a little bit lucky, Newcastle, that this is scored. It could well have been more from the penalty.
Evans again. Extends long to present. Smith wide to David. Chips over the defence, but it's taken in. And Max Pepper, who's on the field now.
Does well, Pepper, to go to ground so he can't be hit in the back and driven into touch.
He wasn't on ball.
Catches, goes straight to the floor.
Chop, 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 chop! Take the ball! Stay strong, Cal! Use it!
Stewart's clearance, charged down by Cunningham, he's gathered it in. And he could do with a little bit of support here. Then they arrive, Porter fires it to Smith. Crossfield is on, the kick pass, Murley waiting. Inside ball to Beard, and the momentum carries him through. And Harlequins have a bonus point at Kingston Park. And that surely is the match wrapped up now. Twist here for Quins, one final try to take home. All the way back, it's Riley on the charge. The inside ball from Dombrandt. Friday wants it, has it, feeds Launchbury. Friday again, back to the shorter side, it's opened up, and the try is good. And it's Riley's.
Yep, all good, sir.
And Harlequins have 5. And Newcastle ultimately well beaten.
Yeah, really good. Dombrandt taking a pat on the back from Sam Riley. It's his call.
Tyrone Green.
Okay, advantage over.
First tackle made by Christie. Nyama Christie. Beard. Finding Walker, keeps the ball alive. Over the top they go, and finding a tiny bit of space for Dombrandt. Kenningham, that was straight in from the side. Else. Beard. And being chased down by Elliott. Oh, he slipped the net. Brilliant. Quite brilliant from Beard, and the inside ball will lead to the score. It's Ben Waghorn for Quins. They find their killer touch. It's taken the best part of an hour, but they're in the hunt now.
And it's the old wide play that you see from Quins. Reasonably placed ball, lovely little pop out the back. And then you've just got to back yourself, keep running, try and stay alive, step out the tackle. He does really well, Beard.
No, I'm all right. It's a ruck.
The ball secure.
And use it, please.
And the prospect of a lot of quietly executed rucks potentially to try to wind the clock down from here. No, the option is Porter's boot.
That's good. Field position.
Backwards by Quins.
Such success there. They've got the ball back.
No, he's got the ball. He's never
Desperate
got the ball.
scramble for possession from Itoje, but they release Nick David brilliantly from Hobson. Here's Porter! Harlequins spoiling Saracens' big day out. And after a really quiet start, they have exploded into life, and they've finished it in style.
Well, they've dominated aerially today. They haven't dominated the game, but this facet they have. And once again...
who has actually overseen a huge improvement in the Quins defence. That, believe it or not in the evidence today, but they're second best defensive team in the league in terms of tries conceded. Northmoor to the line here. They need something, they need a spark. Find a way back in. Beard runs into Reed. Baxter. Benson. Lauday's done well. Slips it away to Herbst. Better from Quins. Porter to Northmoor, faded so well on that. Levis is striding onwards, inside ball, and Northmoor's got one back. Just what they needed. Absolutely in the nick of time, you feel, because it felt like the white flag was being run up the pole.
So good from Luke Northmoor. You watch how many numbers Bath have got on the blind side, and you watch Northmoor use the pass to get around them. This is excellent from Lauday, the half break. Chicken wing offload out the back, beautiful. Big Erne Herbst on the dominant contact being the key.
Seven, happy, comfortable.
Jack Walker, up goes Cunningham South. Good delivery for Kerr, that might have been forwards. Northmoor on the move into the 22. Kerr again, little inside ball, and Cunningham racing clear! What a start from Quins. The line so sharp from the flanker.
It's clever play, isn't it, from Quins? Are they going to go back and just check that initial ball off the line out? Because it did look very flat at best. But then they get away.
Too many opportunities in the first team since. Cunningham South for Quins. Northmore, again, just a slight stutter as he moved into position. Smith now. Thinking about heading left, moving right.
He's so dangerous when he cuts back against the ruck, and the guys on the far side have been lazy. They'll stay connected there defensively, Sale.
Don Brandt moving into position. The Quins supporters suggestive of a breach of the defensive line. I should say the offside line from the Sale Sharks. Care to Northmore, floats it over the top for Murley. Green on the inside, pass to Priya, and the pass is a good one. Here's Murley. Back in business. Injured since the Six Nations, drafted back in, straight on the score sheet.
It's a fabulous finish from the back three of Quinn.
Well, look at those. I mean, they've had some bad days at the office too, don't get me wrong. But it may ultimately come down to who can close Bath down better than anybody, who can contain the power and the running threat combined that they have. They're looking like runaway leaders at this stage. Playoffs, as we know, totally different dynamic. But Sale look very well placed to challenge. Smith to Murley to Green. Did well to get that away to Anderson. Been impressed with him today. Launchbury, tip on for Cunningham South. Still trying hard, but they're into the last 5 minutes. And the points have got to come quickly. Benson gets it away. Jabulu, Nathan Jabulu. It's still on. It's a long shot, but it's still on.
Wow, it really is still on. Maybe even catcher if they can get the ball away far enough. And then it's just a foot race to try and get to the 13 channel. Oscar Beard gets put under a lot of pressure here. He has to make a good decision defensively. Let's see what he does.
Van Portfleet, Pollard, back on his feet, he's given it away, and here goes Northmore. Quins had to wait until the 44th minute of this first half, but finally the breakthrough, hand-delivered by a double South African World Cup winner.
Well, if you want the energy to go in at half-time, having had no points, this is exactly what you want. Gift wrapped by Pollard, overcomplicate the play, the timing's all shot. Marcus Smith, he'll knock his own teammate out of the squad, is he?
I merely add information.
Thank you.
Don't shoot the messenger, Oz. He's only trying to help.
But Flats also qualifies to play for England at fullback.
He needs to cut down on the Haribos.
Defended once.
So Porter will have to use this. Waghorn, Smith, and Iskro coming in off his wing. Iskro and Murley offering that threat today out wide. Smith, and Dombrandt infield, opening up here. Green to the right, Murley to the left. Quinn strike first.
It's fantastic if the Marcus Smith pass to Dombrandt isn't forward. It's either absolutely bang on.
It's in a big curve. It's brilliant. I love it.
Top intel.
That's stationary.
Everyone's eyes on Marcus Smith right now, and Porter. Here is Porter, and this is Murley. Decoy was provided by Waghorn, still the threat. Dombrandt. Step to the left, looking for weaker shoulders, softer shoulders. Titi Lamasatelli wanders in with intent. Harlequins looking for a third try here as we hit the half hour. Dombrandt again, that's good defending with Anscombe central to it. Porter, maybe some width here. Green, oh, he's found some space, gets the ball away brilliantly. Iskro beetles his way through, and it is 3.
Tyrone Green is like an electric eel this afternoon. Yes, he may have made a mistake over the line, but he's more than made up for it there. They're numbered up 3 on 3. The ball comes out the back from Smith into Green's hands here. Steps in, then steps out. They're just dropping off easy.
The match to raise some cash for the brilliant Harlequins Foundation, which does such good work in this area.
I'll buy him, you wear him.
Okay.
Pushing before the ball.
Porter, Smith, and Murley through a hole. Murley's gone, goodness me. Quins are doing to Gloucester what Gloucester did to Exeter 2 weeks ago, finding holes and finding big uns.
Really nicely worked from Harlequins. Keep your eye on Cadan Murley out the back. Bides his time. But Jesus, you've got to be making those tackles. That's way too easy.
Bind! Set!
Porter, Smith, and break through the middle by Escrow, and Escrow to Green, put it down, Tyrone, or pass it. He did the latter. And Cadan Murley with 3. 1, 2, 3, and Quins heading over the hill and into the distance.
It's like a training run at the minute, Nick. The ball from the base of the scrum, spot on. It means Marcus Smith can take it really flat, takes Williams out of it. But then what they do in defence.
There's a few good centres about at the moment, aren't there, in the Prem? Maybe not the biggest names, but Waghorn's been brilliant. Woodward for Leicester Tigers has been really good. Some options coming through.
Yeah, there are.
Don't change through.
Jack Walker has it at the back of this. Porter inviting some of the smaller blokes to get involved, including Ben Waghorn. And they're trying to lever this over the line. Chiefs just about holding up, but they've not stopped the score. A scampering Porter. The starting scrum half wearing 21, but not stopping him scoring tries. Riley's throw. Earliest of takes for the new man. Quins penalty. Lauday up against his old club. Oh, flying boots, and Porter did well to lean out of that. Dombrand. Kenningham there to help restore possession. Launchbury. Head down, lays it back. Kerr. Smith. Sharp feet. Oh, Smith's done it all on his own. A pair of pink size 11s. And Exeter's defence could get nowhere near them.
Wow, the frightening thing is they got so close to him with the pressure from the midfield.
Advantage early.
Popped away. And a chance for a decent gallop this time for Dombrand.
It's a free shot, again taken in the air.
Northmore bustling onwards. Little dab from Benson. Beautifully timed run from Murley. High quality stuff. Quins all working off the same page. And yet again, it's Murley.
That's brilliant. Murley calls it. He might have just picked it up on the ref mic. Him shouting that little chip inside. Watching Murley at the back of your screen there. Eyes up, looking where the space is. Now he goes, calls for it. And the delivery from
Harding. Bouncing off the defenders. Ravovo to Hewards. He's looked really sharp on his return. In comes Randall at high speed. Fitzharding. McGinty, little gap there, looking to exploit it through the pass, and Quins intercepted, and they worked it to Murley. Murley has gone inside Matter, and he's hit the gas now. Cadan Murley! Scorch marks all across Ashton Gate.
Well, last game of the season, that has got to be up there as one of the best finishes we've seen in 18 rounds of rugby. Bristol have got a bad record on turnovers. I think there's something like 19 tries conceded, and you can see why. They play a little bit loose.
But that much more significant, I guess, in a low-scoring game, tight game, awkward conditions, and now they've got a real shot at it. Stefan Levis drags the ball down for Quins, and they're driving up towards and over the line. Through Jack Walker. Harlequins with the first try of the afternoon. And their bravery, their courage, their decision-making rewarded.
It's really well set up. Sale will be really disappointed with how they defend this, but in terms of...
And now we hear the water organ at the stoop.
Is that what it is? A water organ?
In American sports, that is what it is. And on his first Premiership start, cut and thrust and clean as you like, Nathan Jabulu is over for Harlequins. Kick to come, but this to level it up. One entry, one try. Harlequins back doing Harlequins things.
Boy, and what a start for Jabulu. That'll settle his nerves if ever he had any. Darts are on point. Got his roll exactly right. Hold the width. Get the ball back from Will Evans. Watch this. This will be a great camera angle. Brilliant straightening up from Will Evans. Just 1 yard inside means that Sam...
Jabulu with a try already to his name on his first start in the Premiership. Finds his man. Down it comes, and cries of heave ringing out around the stoop. Harlequins marching in one direction and one direction only. The counter shove from Falcons got the job done for now, but now this is close quarters, meaty stuff.
I'll move. Goal line's good, lads.
Patient. Quarter jerseys are lining up and now crashing over. They can dazzle on their day, but don't forget, Quins are just as capable of demolition jobs.
See, it's great that he's in for the jackal, doesn't give up, gets back on his feet and causes the counter-hook as well. Makes two efforts by the same player. Really good work, close tackle.
Jack Walker picks out Levis. Walker hinging back round and hoping that the forwards might carry him over. Needs some help from the backs, but this looks very promising. How to stop Quins' rolling maul. Saints didn't find an early answer, and a try after 80 seconds for the Londoners.
Dream start for the Quins. Looks like it's Lamasatelli who gets the pats on the head. There's a great driving maul setter. They've had some success from the maul so far this season.
Walker to Lamb, and now the rumble. And it's brought down but by their own side, and Cunningham feeds it back. Chisholm goes into Reece Carey. Porter uses Levis. Good support from Walker, and look at the leg drive from the Quins skipper. Lamasatelli, former Saracen, to within a couple of metres. The short pop and the drive now from Chisholm. Quins really feeling it. Onwards through Baxter. Harlequins, baby-faced assassin, coming up with the goods.
All made by that initial carry from Levis. I just wondered whether it's near.
Bath players flinging themselves at the ground. Ollie Lawrence trying to do his level best here. Trench warfare. Porter spreads it out. Smith, Green, excellent defending from Bath. In goes Smith with the clear out. Isgro from close range. He won't stop him. You just won't. Unbelievably powerful, and with only one thing on his mind.
They're certainly enjoying it down in the stoop on a Saturday night at 6 o'clock, aren't they? That guy's enjoyed his first game. second try, he has got so much power. He just...
Lamosatelli. Good pressure from this Exeter defence for now. Evans holds it, tries to hide it for Tyrone Green. Iskro is caught by Beckinsale, and here's Anyanwu from well back behind the gain line. Exeter have done a terrific job here. Push Quins outside of their own 22. Oh, but then space for Evans, and Evans whistling away. Oh, the pass was on, and Porter was under the post. He might yet be still. Jordan Ells rumbling onwards, and Slade trying to stop him. They're playing with an advantage here. Porter will most likely do it, but sleight of hand from Evans, and Oscar Beard finally gets the try.
Just mention it to him.
Well, Will Evans, a very happy man that try was scored. It's really well worked from Harlequins, but another time where they should have scored earlier in the phases. But the delay on the pass against a desperate...
Have your line out, gents. As I see, free kicks, not much use to you here, okay? So let's play. Thank you.
Tigers have done well with 14 to this point, but can they hold out here? Walker smuggles it away to Danny Kerr, and a short line, an excellent line from Luke Northmore, securing Harlequins third. Down on his haunches only moments ago, now a big game try scorer.
It's something that teams don't do enough. Once their maul's going forward, to give it early enough that you can keep all those defenders in the maul panicking about it. And this time they do, and guess where they run? Right down where Kata would have been standing, and they run their most dynamic runner on the field. Northmore, you see him there, there's no disguise. They know what's coming. Pollard's there, he's a big unit.
Cunningham's ball. And Jack Walker is there. And once again, they're giving the Falcons pack a roasting on the drive. And through he goes. Jack Walker with the third of the evening for Harlequins, and it might be enough to see them home from here.
On no one from the Falcons hits that open side as they drive towards the post. They need someone to come in and shatter that momentum.
So hard to bring down. McParland's in pain. Kerr, crowd baying for blood. Once more, the ball hitting the deck. Kerr sets it up, and Harlequins know they need something from all this pressure. Jared Evans, the footwork. Lauday, such a low centre of gravity, somehow keeping his feet underneath him. Levis, closer still, and in! Cleves has his moment. Denied on the other side of the field. No mistake this one.
Really sharp hands, simple. Fix the defender. Stay square and get through the hands to the last man. There's that offload.
2.5 minutes to the break. To the line they come through Kerrod. Waghorn holds it back for Evans. Lovely handling. This is David. In goes Hutchinson, having a right old dig at that. Launchbury clutches onto that, protects his ribs as he hits the contact. Joseph drawing the man. Green, Levis lurking and driving, and stopped just a metre or two short. Lauday, though, finishes the job. Outstanding from Quins. Lovely interplay between backs and forwards, and they had two.
Been so impressed with the way Jared Evans has been able to manipulate defenders, float on passes, just find himself in the right position to buy time to make a good decision. Here, just watch him as he slides, gives the ball.
Crouch! Don't win.
Good options here for Quins.
Yeah. Saints only got one defender on the blind side. Scrum half coming across now.
And they all stream to the left. Waghorn pops it up. Jared Evans is there. Here's Green looking to go around the outside. Litchfield staying in the fight, but he is such a nightmare to try to bring down. Green to within 5. Evans. Can Quins discover the killer touch? Porter. Kenningham. Evans. Waghorn. Lovely. Will Joseph for Harlequins. The sort of crisp, fluent handling that Saints would love to show off. Harlequins have found themselves.
It's brilliant. The combination of handling. First up, Tyrone Green's been unbelievable at staying alive in the contact all game. But as they sweep back to the other side, just look how the combination of...
Banged over inside the 22. Herbs now. Little tip on again. The Stoop finding its voice. Jared Evans keeps the ball in hand. Sends it wide to David, and here's Cleves! Oh, they've scored a couple of crackers tonight. Cassius Cleves with his second of the evening, and Quins hit the front with 4 minutes to play.
Oh, Northampton have done so well to keep the momentum out of Harlequins' attack, but as soon as they get a sniff...
And Porter calling for support round the corner. Kenningham need to inject that pace onto the ball.
Long time, lifted by 9. Let it go!
Levis. Again, the low chop from Barbary, but Quins are close. They're right up to the line now. Lauday looking to provide an opening here for Cunningham South, who has to turn again. Bath looking to occupy that space. They're on the line. Oh, just can't find the space here. There are bodies everywhere. Lamasitali. No doubt about that. It's taken a mammoth tight head prop to finally find space over the try line, and Harlequins needed that so badly, but it will cheer them in their task here this afternoon. Left themselves so much to do.
This is where it started with young Benson. It's all good, Woody. Just a leg drop.
Kenningham, who did so much to move them into this area of the field. His pass is not quite sticking, but it might just work. Northmoor had the opportunity to just lift that up for Beard. Instead, he recycles. Cunningham South on Barbary. We've enjoyed that battle today. And Bath slowing things up here. Quins would have liked to have seen this ball some time ago. It's clogged up in the works.
All that graft at the breakdown, so important defensively. Bath have got so much time to prepare themselves. Quins have got to try and turn this into something dynamic, something quick now.
And that's left to Levis to try to reset. Maloney having a little dart at it. Told to back off by the ref. Just a metre out. And they continue the battering ram. And was that short? Or was it grounded? They look really confident, Harlequins.
Grounding's good.
Do you know what? Finn Baxter did a really good job. Evidently try awarded, but he actually, instead of just piling in nose down, he got himself almost into a super low scrum position, like a deadlift position if you're a weightlifter. The break from Nick David was brilliant, wasn't it? Fabulous break, got them all the way down here. They've got to convert now, Quins.
Cunningham's ball and an advantage. That's 2 offences, and Sam Riley takes the try as a consequence. Bath just switching off for a minute, a little ill-disciplined, and the replacement hooker grabs the bonus point score for Quins.
Really, really tidy from Quins. Keep your eye on Wyn Jones, prop on this side. the red top shine. Just watch the work here.
So much resting on it. 20 minutes still to play. We know they can score quick and heavy. But they've got to get this done here, surely.
Onside. Use it!
Lorde has it at the back. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Geltema calls for it. Wants it. Short delay. Anderson! Quins have their score. And the whole stadium is lifted by it. Just maybe it's the spark they need in this.
Don't need to kick it into touch because the offence was committed at the line out.
Well, if you get done this close to your line for going up too early, you tend to stay down the next time around, which makes the Quins drill much easier.
More. To Kenningham again, to the body of his mates. A multicoloured wedge, an unstoppable multicoloured wedge, and it's Will Evans who helped provide the platform right at the start of that little chapter.
Really nicely worked from Harlequins. Really nice. It never really stopped moving, did it? It wasn't exactly a land and go. But if Gloucester are going to stay down, they've got to do better than this. They've got to get inside and underneath. Quins are able to roll it infield. They're able to roll it infield. Gloucester players just...
Jabulu spears it into Kenningham.
Front man's got the ball.
Found himself a little bit isolated there, but had the wherewithal to get it back. Titi Lamasatelli has his treble XL size mitts on it. Lays it back with the right one to Kenningham. Evans eager, and the clearer out. Porter, back step. That was Ludlow who looked up in hope. Northmore, Smith opening up again. Green, work to do, options to the right, and Iskro scores for Gloucester, and the look on his face suggested it was almost too easy.
Time and time again today when they've got into those wide channels, Green stepped to the outside of tackles and just kept his hands free. Look at this.
Taken by Johnny Green, now officially a Premiership player. That'll sound good, that'll feel good. In Quinn's second row alongside George Hammond today. Green there, underneath his scrum cap. The Waghorn. Marcus Smith. Iskro flings it to Murley. Run in! Open road to the try line.
If it's clearly forward, we'll get it, okay?
What an end to his season. A hat-trick across the road at the Big Stoop last weekend, set up by another double try scorer a week ago, and it's Murley.
Just little details. Marcus Smith holding his hand up, looking like...
Kenningham rolls and turns. Baxter, nice footwork. Porter again, firing it out to that shorter side.
I know he wouldn't answer the question, Ali, but he'll actually be enjoying this now and be desperate for them to hold Quins out. Go through a really good defensive set.
Benson, little stop and go, and it's released Dornbrandt.
That won't please him.
Well, that is very, very strong from the Harlequins, number 10. It's a shirt more often worn by Marcus Smith, of course. He'd be proud of this one.
Yeah, I was just thinking, without Smith, it's much more unlikely. But...
And the Bears are looking vulnerable. Quins, tails up, driving onwards through Johnny Green, Porter, Dornbrandt again, another offload. Really tight to the line now. Here come Harlequins. Lorde sprung from the bench. Baxter at close range. Still they come tight.
Let it go, Bristol!
And there's the score. Awarded by Luke Pearce. A clear picture for the referee.
Wow. Just wonder if they'll check in the background whether there was a knock-on right at the beginning of that, but